A 17-point lead gone in minutes. The Garden was electric buzzing like it hadn't in years. Then the fourth quarter hit, and everything changed. The Pacers didn't just chip away, they stormed back with confidence, draining shots and shutting down the Knicks possession after possession. By the time it went to overtime, the momentum had fully shifted. Game 1 wasn't just a loss for the Knicks, it felt like a message. Indiana didn't flinch. They came into enemy territory and stole the spotlight. Now, all eyes are locked on what happens next. Are the Knicks slipping at the worst possible time, or are the Pacers just getting started? There's way more to this series than just one wild game. Stick around till the end, because once we break it all down, you'll know exactly which team is built to take this all the way. Game 1 was brutal if you were rooting for New York. They had the lead, the crowd, the momentum, and still, they let it slip. The Pacers didn't just win, they broke through when it mattered most. Down 17 in the fourth, they came back swinging, dropped 31 points in the final quarter, and shut the lights out in overtime. Now it's 1-0 Indiana. The rest of the schedule is set. Game 2 stays in Madison Square Garden, then we head to Indiana for games 3 and 4. If it goes all 7, we're back at the Garden for the decider. And let's be real, it might just go 7. The Knicks weren't supposed to make it out of the second round. They ran into the Celtics, a team with firepower, depth, and experience. But when injuries hit Boston, the Knicks didn't just survive, they took advantage. They closed that series in 6, and they did it with grit. Comebacks, clutch moments, tough defense. Everything that screams classic New York basketball Indiana's road looked easier on paper, but it was their performance that turned heads. Cleveland had some shine, but the Pacers burned right through them in 5 games. They played loose, fast, confident, and dangerous. That kind of momentum isn't just good, it's scary. One team battled their way in, the other is riding a wave. Both are here for a reason. Jalen Brunson is carrying New York like he's done it 100 times before. Nearly 29 a night, big shots when it counts, never rattled. He's not flashy, just consistent, calculated, and cold-blooded. If the Knicks go far, it's because Brunson makes it happen Josh Hart. He's not just a rebounder, he's a difference maker. Guards aren't supposed to grab 10 boards a game, but Hart's built different. He dives for loose balls, takes charges, makes extra passes. All Hart, all hustle. Karl-Anthony Towns brings another layer. When he's on, he stretches the floor, punishes defenders, and hits those high-arching jumpers. But he's streaky. They need the good version every night. Indiana's loaded too. Tyrese Haliburton might be the most underrated point guard in the league. He doesn't just score, he creates. Nearly 9 assists a game, pulling defenders with every move and launching threes with no hesitation. He's the reason their offense flows. Pascal Siakam is the anchor. He's done this before. Championship runs aren't new to him. He's the calming presence, the guy you trust in chaos. And Aaron Nesmith, game 1 was his coming out party. 6 threes in the fourth. That's the kind of performance that flips a game and maybe a series. Both teams are nearly full strength. That changes everything. The Knicks don't have a single major injury to report. For a team that plays such a tight rotation, that's massive. Every starter is locked in, and Thibodeau can push them as hard as he needs to. The Pacers are in a similar spot. Isaiah Jackson is out with an Achilles injury, but he's not part of the core group. Everyone else is healthy, rested, and ready. This isn't going to be a series decided by who's available. It's going to be about execution and who wants it more. These teams couldn't be more different in how they play. New York likes to slow it down, run sets, work through Brunson in isolation. It's methodical, controlled, and when they're clicking, it's hard to stop. They crash the boards hard, especially on offense, and they turn missed shots into second chances. Indiana doesn't wait for you. Their pace is lightning. They're already running while you're still setting up your defense fast breaks. Threes, constant movement, they score in bunches, and they don't stop attacking. Defensively, the Knicks bring the muscle. They play physical, force tough shots, and crowd the paint. Indiana uses speed and angles. They get into passing lanes and make you uncomfortable on the perimeter. It's like watching 2 completely different sports at times. And that clash, that's what makes it electric. This is where things get dangerous for New York. Thibodeau leans heavily on his starters, maybe too heavily. It works when the energy is high, but across a long series, the wear starts to show. Legs get heavy, jumpers lose lift, defensive intensity dips just slightly, but enough to matter. Indiana? They don't slow down. TJ McConnell brings instant disruption. Obi Toppin sprints the floor like every possession is a fast break. Ben Mathurin scores quick and confident. Their bench doesn't just hold the line, it tilts the game. Every guy that checks in adds something. Speed, pressure, rhythm. That edge showed up big in game 1. By overtime, the Pacers looked ready for another quarter. The Knicks looked like they'd already emptied the tank. Indiana didn't win because of one moment. They won because they were fresher, more alive, more aggressive. And when games come every other night, that kind of depth isn't just helpful, it's a game changer. Coaching's going to matter more than people think. Thibodeau's not a guy who experiments mid-series. He's stubborn, sometimes to a fault, but he gets effort from his players. They run through walls for him. Rick Carlisle, he's seen it all. He won a title with Dallas, and he's not afraid to switch things up. If he sees something that works, he'll lean into it hard. If he sees something that's broken, he'll scrap it in a heartbeat. The Garden is still a factor too. That crowd can explode like no other. When they're behind the team, momentum shifts fast. But dropping game 1 took some of that edge away. The Pacers stole a piece of MSG's magic, and that's hard to get back. Experience is close. Both teams have scars. But Siakam tips the scale. He's been on the biggest stage. He knows how to lead when the lights get brightest. And momentum, it's Indiana's right now. But one game is all it takes to flip the script. Vegas still leans toward New York. Slight favorites, mostly because of home court advantage and the consistency of guys like Brunson. But public sentiment, it's splitting fast. Some experts are jumping on the Pacers in 6. They love the pace, the depth, the unpredictability. They see a team that's fearless and hot at the right time. Others hold steady with New York. They believe in the defense, the star power, and the coaching. They trust the toughness and the fight. But here's the thing, it's close. Closer than any stat can show. The only way to find out who's right is to watch it play out. This isn't just a basketball series, it's a clash of identities. The Knicks want to wear you down, the Pacers want to run you off the floor. Both teams have the tools to win, but only one's gonna punch their ticket to the finals. If the Knicks want it, Brunson has to be a killer every night. The defense has to be relentless. The energy has to return to the Garden, but if the Pacers keep hitting shots and running wild, this could be their breakout. Who takes it? Drop your pick in the comments, smash the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the rest of this battle.